I just want to say, what's said in this video is not meant to offend uh, anybody who is a fan of Stephen King and his writing and his movies or anything. What I'm saying here is just things I was thinking at the time of the stream. I think I was a little extreme with how I portrayed some things that I said, so please just take things a little lightly. And yeah, without further ado, go and enjoy the video.
I read, yes, I read books. It's insane, right? So I read the Stephen King book, The Outsider. It was pretty good. Like, seriously, it was pretty freaking good. Stephen King, I think he always writes good books. I haven't really gotten, like, really into one of his books yet. I just said really a lot, but The Outsider was, like, pretty much my first one. And yeah, it was good. I'm reading 11/22/63, which is the JFK one, and then I think I'm gonna get it, then read into that one. And yeah, so 11/22/63 though is like the book I guess a lot of people think really showed that King still got it. You know, he doesn't need coke to be this great author. Um, but I am gonna get into his coke books. Probably it, then maybe The Shining, and then obviously following The Shining's Doctor Sleep. I want to get into Pet Cemetery too. I've heard good things about that, and obviously there's heavy topics in there, um, like suicide and like death from some sort of accident. But I think I'll be able to handle that. Um, let's think. None other ones that really come to mind now. Oh, what's the one about the disease? Shit. I can't remember what it's called, but I want to read that, especially with Corona and everything. I don't know, there's just a lot of good Stephen King books. And I also watched the Outsiders HBO series, and it was great. It was a great journey. The end, I wasn't a fan, but the journey to that end was very enjoyable. The cast was amazing. Um, what's his face? The guy that played Ralph, Ben Mendelsohn. He is so good, and I just screwed that up. But Ben Mendelsohn is so good. Seriously, um, I have loved that guy though. Since I saw Rogue One, he was a standout for me in Ready Player One. And I was kind of worried. I was like, wait, he seems to be playing the same character over and over. I want to see him play somebody else. Ralph Anderson was somebody else, and he was great. He really showed off his talent there. And personally, as someone that aspires to be a director, I would love getting a guy like him in one of my movies. You kidding me? Um, like if I have a role that fits what he's shown that he can do, I'd certainly want to try to get the guy to audition at the very least. Um, and I don't think he's an A-list actor, right? No way. He's good. You know, Star Wars. He was into Dark Knight. Those made him like made put his name out there, but I don't think he's A-list. No, he's definitely not A-list. I forgot about him for a little while though, because after Ready Player One, I don't really know what they put him in. I think they put him in that really shitty. They put him in this really shitty. I never watched it. can't remember. It's about the bow guy. It had the guy who was Elton John in Rocketman. Ah, shoot. I'm talking too much, so I'm playing bad, but, you know, Ben Mendelsohn. Dude is just like, he's got a lot of talent that I, like, aspire to have when it comes to acting. And, yeah, the rest of the cast is great, too. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it was a great show. It was an even better book. I think the ending to the book was also, you know, the ending to the book wasn't too great either. Stephen King has never been known for his endings. He writes this insane, just amazing journey, and he doesn't know how to end that journey. And, you know, I understand. It's hard for an author, I think, to part from these characters that they've kind of created in their heads and almost in a sense grown to love and have been extensions of themselves. And I just accidentally went for the coin. And I think when you write really long books like Stephen King does, when you're writing thousands of pages, not thousands, but like just over 500 pages or something, it's hard because it's just this long story, and you know that you can keep on going and going with it, but you've got to cap it off. Ooh. Still though, King might be my favorite author. Like, he's amazing. Right? He's one of the most acclaimed authors as well. He has some of the best movies of all time have been adapted from his writing. Shawshank Redemption and The Shining. I don't really know King's opinion on Shawshank, but I do know he doesn't like The Shining. I think that's common knowledge. But personally, I believe The Shining was excellent. They had what's his face? He was the Joker. He was the first. No, he wasn't the first. He was the first seriously taken Joker on screen. I can put it that way.
If you enjoyed what you just saw, that was only a clip, like 7-minute clip from a 2-hour stream I had. I'm not saying to go and watch those 2 hours. Are you kidding me? That's insane. I don't recommend that. But what I am saying though is that if you would like to hear me talk about these live and even converse with me in the chat, subscribe and maybe even turn on notifications so that way you are able to know when I'm live, and so that way you are able to join and we can talk about stuff. Obviously, this is going to become a series. It's not currently a series, just about let's talk about whatever. And this time I'm Stephen King. Next time, who knows what it's going to be. That I just like to talk about stuff. I like to converse with my viewers, and yeah, if you want to do that while I just play some Geometry Dash, then feel free to subscribe and check out my next streams.